Hello and welcome to my hack shack located right here in Los Angeles. My name is Johnny and I support horror. Okay, question of the day, horror fam. Are a lot of you like me in the fact that it just sometimes takes forever to find a horror movie to watch? It's definitely a first world problem, incredibly annoying, but it's a good problem to have. There's just so much damn content out there. I mean, again, it's a great thing, but sometimes it's hard for me to choose. Like, I'll go to Prime Video and then Hulu and then Shudder and then HBO Go. And if I can't find any horror movie there, maybe I'll go over to Tubi or some other free streaming platform and just try to find a movie there. Yeah, so I'll be on my couch, sitting there like a total chonk with my snacks, maybe a beer in hand. I'll be scrolling, land on a new release. Oh, that looks good. Trailer looks good. Good reviews. Maybe I'll watch that. Cut to me an hour later and I've decided to watch House of a Thousand Corpses for the billionth time. So, horror fam, my question to you. What is your go-to horror movie when there seems to be nothing else to watch? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, now let's get into today's review. But first, I have to give a shout out to my buddy Jason from Iowa. What's up, man? He recommended that I watch The Boats, the movie that we'll be talking about here in just a second. It's one of those movies that surprised me after watching it. I was like, oh, yeah, that was kind of cool. It was fun. You know what? That wasn't bad. The Boat is one of those movies that you probably scrolled by 50 to 100 times and never watched. So let's talk about this thriller mystery feature, shall we? After doing a little research on this film, I found out that the director and star are a father and son. It's written and directed by Winston Azzopardi and stars his son Joe Azzopardi, who also co-wrote it with his dad. The movie takes place and was filmed on the coast of Malta, which is a southern European island country. The storyline is that an unnamed fisherman, we'll just call him Joe for the hell of it, heads out to sea in his small boat in pursuit of his daily catch. When Joe gets pretty far out to sea, he notices that there's a unmanned sailboat just chilling there. He ties up his small boat to the bigger sailboat, hops on board to investigate. Once inside, he discovers that yes, it's all been abandoned, but he knows there's been people there because there's clothes, pots and pans, stuff like that scattered about, all on board. After investigating this vessel for a bit, he goes back on top and notices that his small boat, which remember was tied to this big sailboat, is gone. To make matters worse, a deep fog has now rolled in and he just can't see anything anywhere. Now he has to survive on this sailboat and it just keeps getting worse and worse for this dude as he finds himself constantly in traps and struggles. Since the boat has just one character in it, we'll call him Joe, there isn't a lot of dialogue in this. So as a viewer, we need decent acting, camera shots that keep us interested, and constant conflict to just keep us glued in. And I will say that the boat executed most of those things pretty well. The camera shots were really well done. A lot of up-close shots, handheld. It really felt that you were stranded on that boat with him. I have to give props to the editing too, because it really complemented those up-close and personal shots really well. It was that combo right there, the editing with the up and close personal shots, that really helped heighten the frustrating and bizarre situations that he was getting himself into. I like to keep my reviews spoiler free, as most of you know, and I don't want to give away anything, but I have to say that this guy had to MacGyver his way to survive on that boat. And if you don't know who MacGyver is, just Google it. It was a great show on USA or something like that when I was a kid. It was awesome, but anyway, just when you thought this guy would get himself out of something, the hammer would come down and he would just find himself in another sticky situation. He had limited resources to use, but this dude was really smart. And I was thinking after watching this movie, if this guy wasn't intelligent and let's say he didn't know a thing about boats or the nautical world, this movie just would not have worked. Imagine a dummy like me stuck on a boat in the middle of the ocean with, I don't know, some rope, canned food, and a busted radio. I'd probably just get super frustrated that I couldn't open the damn can of food, and so I'd go over to the busted radio and try and pry it open on the side of it, just spilling all the contents, frying the circuit board. Well, shit, not gonna be found now. I'm that dude that if you took me to an escape room and I saw a note and it was just hanging from a light fixture, I'd hop on a desk like this, grab the note, open it, and if it says something like, The key to success is in the right desk drawer. I'd think really hard, look around the room a little. There doesn't seem to be a desk in here at all. Then my friend from across the room would be like, "You're standing on the desk, asshole." And I'd look down and notice the desk I'm standing on. That would be me. I'm that stupid guy. But going back to the movie now, I liked at times they kept you wondering what was truly going on. Was it something paranormal? Was it somebody that we couldn't see that was just messing with him? It was good to have that mystery going on while watching this guy try to survive. I know I said there was only one character in this movie, but there was actually two. The boat itself was a character. They could have titled this movie Man vs. Boats because that's exactly what it was. He was at the boat's mercy. As for the ending, I felt like it was a little silly. It could have been a bit stronger, but it felt like you just woke up from a bad dream. And I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way, just more like, what the hell? Why did that all happen? Kind of like I said at the beginning of this video, when the credits rolled, I was just thinking like, oh, okay, that was a fun little flick. Not mad I watched it. Overall, this is the type of movie that's fun to watch when you think there's nothing else to watch. I say give it a go, horror fam. There's minimal dialogue. It's kind of a slow burn at times, but if you're into that sort of thing, go to Prime Video, click on the boat and watch it. Okay, horror fam, that is it for me. I just want to say thanks again for coming by my channel, checking out this review. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you do so now. And don't forget, what is your go-to horror movie when you think there's just nothing else to watch? What do you always end up watching? Comment below. I always love hearing from you. And let's be friends to the end, people. You know you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at The Horror Hack. Once again, my name is Johnny. Keep supporting horror, and this has been one hack of a show.